Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, Magnetic Reversal News, Sacred Geography, and Shinrin Yoku. Bringing you a grand solar minimum update Tuesday, August 1st, around 9 p.m. Mountain Time 2023. Record cold temperatures across Europe silence the media. At the same time, 2 European record hailstones fell within 5 days of each other. As predicted, hail is on the rise. But the big story, huge wildfire explodes in Southern California and spreads into Nevada. Keep calm. It's boom time. The massive York fire burning in California and Nevada is spawning dangerous fire whirlwinds. Take a look at this vortex of ash rising from the York fire on Sunday in the Mojave Desert. Now, the fire dubbed the York Fire, which is California's largest fire of the year, has consumed 80,000 acres as of Tuesday morning. The blaze began Friday in the New York mountain range of California's Mojave National Preserve and crossed state lines into Nevada Sunday as winds picked up under the scorching temperatures. Let's take a close look at the fire on the latest smoke map here. It's going to be down here near Vegas as there is ash currently falling on Vegas. Not a big fire whatsoever. It looks like they've got things under control there since earlier today. So that's good news. And the only active region is the region that is now in Nevada. So that is good news for those. Bad news for one of the biggest wildfire seasons up in Canada. We also have quite a few wildfires burning in Idaho and the Northern Rockies here. So the wildfire season is picking up in the U.S. As take a look at this. 60 or more fires up here in northern Canada and the Northern Territories. Just an absolute mess. And we could use some moisture, and really none is forecast for the Four Corners. It looks like the monsoon is a dud. But AccuWeather's fall 2023 forecast for New York City and the entire state, U.S., and the El Nino impacts to temperature and extreme weather risks has just come out. Here is the temperature change from this year to last year for October for the U.S. It's going to be much cooler, 4 to 6 degrees cooler in the northern tier. A few places above normal will be the southeast and the extreme southwest. So most of the country is going to be average or below normal due to the El Nino effects. And the severe weather risk is going to be centered here from the Great Lakes all the way south to the southeast. And you can see those two bullseyes where some of the severe weather you'll be seeing September through November of 2023. The entire East Coast from Philly south is on the map as well. So that is just a forecast as we get to the full forecast for today. Heat wave continues in the southern U.S. Excessive rainfall in Missouri could lead to additional flooding. A dangerous heat wave will continue this week across portions of the central and southern plains, the lower Mississippi Valley, and areas along the Gulf Coast. Heavy showers and thunderstorms may contribute to flash flooding across portions of central and eastern Missouri, including St. Louis tonight and Wednesday. Moderate risk for excessive rainfall has been issued. Click on your county for more info specific to your region. Now on to the European record hailstone. First, let's take a look at some of the hail footage in just the last few weeks. I would say that's definitely a tornado. And massive hail. Absolutely deadly hail coming from Italy. Let's take a look. On the 19th of July, 2023, there were several large hailstones, more than 10 centimeters in diameter, measured along their long axis, recorded across parts of Italy and Croatia. We showed you some of those storms last week. One of these stones measured 16 centimeters in diameter, recorded in Carmignano de Brenta in Italy and broke the previous largest hail record in Europe, which was previously held by a 15-centimeter stone from Romania in 2016. However, just 5 days later, a new record was set, smashing the old record. At about 9 p.m. UTC on the 24th of July, 2023, a 19-centimeter hailstone was found in the town of Azzano Decimo, also in Italy. This is very close to the all-time largest hailstone ever recorded on Earth at 20.3 centimeters, found on the 23rd of July, 2010 in South Dakota. So all these huge hailstones, starting with the South Dakota in 2010, well, it is happening, folks. And please strap on your helmets. The hail is just going to get bigger. UK's historically cold summer drags on, and I will show you some of the thermodynamic maps. Greenland Ice Sheet, there's an uptick. Hello, let's take a look at that. Massive ice. Oh, reduction in the melt. It's almost building ice on Greenland, so there must be cooling going out there as Europe is experiencing well below normal temperatures here. Those bright purples, 12 to 16 degrees below normal. And that was the August 3rd. Here's August 4th. Here's the 5th. Going to be chilly throughout Europe. On the 6th, it gets even colder. 16 degrees below normal for many countries, a dozen or more. And those are the climate change facts. Deadly flooding strikes Beijing. Just look at the debris there. Oh my goodness, cars and nets and all kinds of stuff. Well, unfortunately, 20 are dead and 27 missing, and these numbers will rise as they have significantly from last evening's update. And this is around the Beijing area after days of rain, which is highly unusual for China's capital. It generally enjoys a moderate and dry climate, but with the Hunga Tonga eruption, increased cosmic rays, and the shutdown of the sun, well, it's going to be a summer of bummer. Deadly swarm of earthquakes in Japan is caused by magma moving through an ancient extinct volcano. Over 10,000 earthquakes have hit the Noto Peninsula over the last 3 years. They are believed to be emanating from a long-dead volcano with fluids pushing through the collapsed system. The swarm is happening on the Noto Peninsula, as we said. There has not been volcanic activity in this area for 15.6 million years. However, a new study published June 8th in the Journal of JGR Solid Earth found that the earthquakes are occurring in a pattern that suggests liquid magma is still moving around deep below the Earth's surface in an ancient collapsed caldera. Here's the paper, Upward Earthquake Swarm Migration in the Northeast Noto Peninsula. The links will be below. Seismic update, interesting rocker here in the Davis Strait, M4.3, very rare quake. We also have a string of earthquakes here on the Aleutians moving out from Alaska. Overall, the world is quite quiet, which is good news. Taking a look at Iceland seismicity, pretty low level, consistent activity down there in the Hekla region and on the peninsula. And we're going to keep a close eye on that for you as we move over to Worldwide Volcano News Update. Let's refresh this to see the latest information because we're constantly refreshing these to get the most recent update. Semeru to 15,000. We've also got Dukono to 7,000 feet. Shivalush looking like volcanic ash not identifiable. Sabancaya to 23,000. Fuego to 16. My own Volcano probably puffing there, no height. Nevado de Ruiz with some activity. Sabancaya here to 21,000, Fuego to 15. And my own Volcano in the Philippines, ash and erupted phases as new lava flows from the summit yesterday. Look at that. That's pretty fancy. And here we are, day 23 on the Reykjanes Peninsula, as the volcanic eruption could be coming to a close in the next 7 to 10 days. Most of the lava output is through subsurface lava tubes, and this fantastic cinder cone is now building. I wonder what they've named it. Let's hear the fake audio. That's always brings it back into... And it looks like with this smoke change, these cameras may get occulted again for bad viewing this evening. All the links will be below. Space Weather News Update. We did predict an uptick in M flares last night from this departing region. And sure enough, active region 3380 did not disappoint. Multiple M flares. All is quieting down now. As we are awaiting a geomagnetic storm, that may be a dud. That may be it. Barely pushing 3. So this solar max is less than spectacular. Still predicting G5 or for the next 2 days as we look at telemetry here, and it's showing really very little in the way of perturbations. We've got solar wind speed here just hovering around 400. All is quiet. Now, radical superconductor claim sparks concern among scientists, and here's why. Because this superconductor is supposed to be reacting at room temperature. The only problem is the object isn't hovering. It's still connected to the magnet. Maybe they're just creating some type of magnetism. You be the judge. This is a fantastic experiment, and we'll all watch it together. What they did here to create this so-called superconductor is quite interesting. They created a product called LK99, which is a lead-based compound, which is purportedly a room temperature ambient pressure superconductor. Can you believe it? Well, I doubt it. But the South Korean researchers say LK99 can be made in a baking process that combines the minerals larnakite, which is Pb2SO5, and copper phosphide, which is Cu3P. And they say the resulting material shows 2 key signs of superconductivity at normal air pressure and temperatures up to 127 degrees C. You be the judge.
In this groundbreaking study by Lee et al., a new material identified as LK99, which has a modified lead apatite crystal structure, is reported to exhibit superconductivity at room temperature and atmospheric pressure. This is a significant achievement in the field of physics, as it potentially opens the doors to a multitude of practical applications, ranging from energy transmission to transportation and scientific research.
So that sounds like a pretty significant breakthrough if it is in fact true. The only problem is people have been faking this data now for years. But this looks possibly like it's a breakthrough into something. Now, what else is something that we need to break through into is Florida is experiencing an increase in leprosy. Did you hear that? Yes, I said leprosy. And those cases, with nearly 20% of cases across the country coming from Central Florida. So Central Florida appears to be a leprosy hotspot. And that is bad news. Florida has seen a huge surge in leprosy cases, with rising evidence suggesting the disease is becoming endemic in the southeastern United States. One reason why you don't want to live in Florida. Leprosy, which is scientifically known as Hansen's disease, is a chronic infectious disease that primarily affects the skin and peripheral nervous system. The number of reported leprosy cases in the southeastern states has more than doubled over the past decade, and the main point of the infection is Central Florida, so heads up there. Now, good news, the Crestone Energy Fair began its promotion push, and we're here to support them. Save the date, September 16th and 17th in the San Luis Valley, the 34th annual Crestone Energy Fair reimagines self, village, and nature. The annual Crestone Energy Fair is the San Luis Valley tradition for more than 30 years. It's a free event that showcases innovative ideas around construction, energy, and regenerative living from around the region. Join us in this unforgettable celebration of music, performance arts, culture, wellness, and sustainable living. And Diamond and Leah will be talking both days. I speak Saturday with the panel and speakers, bringing the soil back to life. How to build a Johnson Sioux bioreactor by Diamond from the Oppenheimer Ranch Project. And on Sunday, Leah and I will be teaming up for Reclaim Your Sovereignty, how to become more self-sufficient. So we'll see you there September 16th and 17th in Crestone in the San Luis Valley. And that's a boom to knowledge. Please share this video as we are shadow banned and we need your help to grow. Support the channel, become a Patreon, and watch all of our productions in one place, commercial free. And most importantly, be safe. We love you. And that is a boom.